Well, if you're moving to Louisville, new to Louisville, don't know anything about Louisville, whatever the case may be, we found a list. This is kind of fun. We got 10 things that you may not know about this area, and it's stuff that you want to know if you're going to be living here potentially. So we got these 10 things. We're going to be diving into it, and that's what we're about to talk about right now.
Hey guys, I'm Neal Cox with Judah Real Estate Group.
I'm Jared Lasher. We're here with the Living in Louisville channel, and what we're doing on this channel, we're making content for you, videos if you're thinking about moving here, so that you kind of know about the area and so you can go out and see all the different neighborhoods, suburbs. If that's what you're looking for, make sure you get down there, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell. That way you get notified when those videos come out. We've got them coming out every week. You don't want to miss them, especially if you are that person who really knows you're going to be moving here or is seriously thinking about it. If that's you, you got to take it one step further.
You've got to reach out. Don't be a stranger. Call, text, email, or you could
sound the bugle, and
we'll get you off to the races.
We'll get off the races helping you make that move here to Louisville. Because that's what we're here for. We love it. We can't wait to do that. So
absolutely.
So reach out when you're ready. And y'all, in this video, we're talking about these 10 things that maybe you don't know. So I like to say here, if you already knew us, or if there are things here that you didn't know, or if there's maybe things you already knew, tell us. If there's other things you know that we didn't include that you think would be good additions to this list, put those down in the comments. So I like to get some interaction on this. Like tell us what you know. We got 10 that we found, and the first one here, it's not so much that when the city was, you can look up when the city was founded. It's founded in 1778.
Mm-hmm.
You can even look up the name. It's Joy Rogers Clark, but you know who that Clark is.
It's from Lewis and Clark,
yeah.
The expedition that just mapped out and found a bunch of the cool stuff in the United States. They were partnered up with Sacagawea, and they left their mark all over the region.
Yeah, so they actually met. Actually, I looked this up. Not in Louisville, but Lewis and Clark, not far from here. And then, yeah, they founded this town. So it's one of the oldest, because of that, it's the oldest kind of west of the Appalachians.
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah, so pretty neat thing there. I didn't know that coming in, that it was, and I even knew, I heard that it was George Rogers Clark. I just didn't know it was Lewis and Clark.
Well, people are taught Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, like
that's it.
That's all I knew. So, a lot of American history right here in Louisville. Now, something a little bit closer, a little bit more modern history that makes Louisville unique, especially like to me, coming in somebody who hasn't lived here my whole life, is how the city is set up with the county. So typically, a lot of places, you've got a county, and you've got a city within the county, usually multiple cities, towns within the county. Here, back in 2003, they actually merged.
Yeah.
So all that is part of the same entity, more or less.
It's the thing. The city was basically filling the entire county, and there was a duplication of services. And they said, we could be more efficient by combining and just being one government. It's Louisville Metro is what we call that government, and it's just one thing. So instead of having to contract with the city for this and call the county for that, it's all under one office, and it's actually pretty helpful.
Yeah, so it has a lot of benefits from a management type of standpoint, but if you're looking for like the city and the suburbs, it kind of does get confusing, because you usually think like here's the city and here's the suburbs around it, whereas a lot of the suburbs kind of technically are within the city. Now, they are still cities. A lot of them, some of them are still separate, kind of autonomous.
Yeah,
not really autonomous, but their own city.
There were small cities in the county that, with the merger, they agreed to go along with it as long as they could keep their status as their own city.
Yeah, so they are here in Kentucky. Some of those they're called home rule class cities. So,
Wellington, Jeffersontown, things like that.
Yeah, J-Town.
J-Town, I'm sorry.
I was told not to call it Jeffersontown, but
well, I imagine that the person watching this is likely not a local yet.
Probably not.
And so they don't know what J-Town is yet.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. Don't call it that. Also, the loop around 264, it's the Waterson.
The Waterson.
So that's side notes here for you. Things to know so people don't call you out. All right, so let's talk about number 3 on the list. A lot of famous people.
There's tons of famous people that have either lived in Louisville for a while or are directly from here. There's a lot of rich history of that. Someone that was at one time the most famous person in the world, Muhammad Ali. He started out in Louisville as Cassius Clay, went to Central High School here, and there's a Muhammad Ali museum downtown. There's a street downtown called Muhammad Ali. He's got a lot.
The airport is
Yep.
Yep.
And that's fairly new. We renamed the airport, which they wouldn't let them change the code. It's still SDF. It should be ALI.
Yeah, it definitely should be.
It should
I was
be.
thinking about that.
Yep.
It should be.
Jennifer Lawrence, famous actress, born and raised Louisville, Kentucky. Rob Riggle.
Did not know that one.
Yeah, comedian. He's hilarious. Papa John Schnatter. He actually grew up across the river in Jeffersonville, Indiana, but Papa John's is headquartered here and has grown here. He's been a huge part of partnerships with the University of Louisville and with a lot of other stuff. Have you ever heard of Jack Harlow?
Maybe so.
Atherton High School, Louisville, Kentucky. He's right from here. I was at the U of L UK football game not too long ago. Saw him right down on the field talking with everybody. It was pretty neat.
I think he needs to be on a video and talk about what he thinks about Louisville.
100%.
He definitely needs to be. I think you definitely need to be on a video.
Yeah, hit us up, Jack.
I'm sure he's watching. Other people though, like there's just like a long list.
Yeah, Allen Houston. You know, he played in the NBA for a long time. His father was an assistant at the U of L basketball team for a long time, Wade Houston. And I used to be in class with Allen's younger sister, and they were a big part of the community. Well, to get Allen Houston, I believe was why they did this, Tennessee hired Wade as their head coach, meaning he didn't come play for U of L, which he otherwise would have. You know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, I guess? There are people like Phil Simms and Johnny Unitas and all kinds of football history here. Recent football history, these guys are not from here, but they are cemented into the fabric of the community here. Teddy Bridgewater and the Heisman winning quarterback, Lamar Jackson, that plays for the Baltimore Ravens now.
Yeah, and I don't think we mentioned too, we mentioned Jennifer Lawrence, actors, actresses, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is not from Louisville, but did live around.
He went to school here, right?
He went to St. X,
Yeah.
St. Xavier. We just call it St. X. It's one of the Catholic schools around here. Tom Cruise was not his name either. Put down in the comments if you can find that. That's your scavenger hunt for the day.
I guess what was his actual name then?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
We'll talk about it later.
I guess Neal knows.
Hunter S. Thompson, too, famous author and purveyor of lots of wild craziness. He is from Louisville.
Crazy stuff, right?
Yeah, he did. He did some wild stuff. But there's tons more famous people from here, but we're not going to tell you everybody.
Yeah. So you're in a city, you're in a company of a lot of famous people, or at least have lived here from here. So
that's right.
Cool thing. We mentioned this a little bit. One of these companies, Papa John's, which is headquartered here. There's a lot of other companies. So this is the next thing on this. A lot of the companies that you may know, be very familiar with, are headquartered right here in Louisville. So for one, like you've got, they sponsor the big arena right downtown.
The Yum Center.
The Yum Center is Yum Brands. So KFC, Taco Bell,
A&W maybe, but I don't know if they currently
KFC,
are.
Taco Bell are the bigger names
Yep.
you probably recognize. Headquartered right here
Absolutely.
in Louisville. Like right down the street from the office, you got the big office there. UPS,
their hub is right there at the airport. The number of packages that come through Louisville is astounding.
Yeah,
they've got a whole operation 24 hours a day, planes coming in and out, people loading them up and emptying the planes. It's huge.
If we walk outside right now, there's a pretty good chance we'll see a UPS plane flying in. I mean, you're going to see them all the time. We mentioned Papa John's, Louisville Slugger. Obviously, Louisville Slugger is right down here. You got the huge baseball bat down there.
Yeah, it's 40 feet
like
tall or
it's
something.
the biggest baseball bat in the world right down there with Louisville Slugger.
Replica of Babe Ruth's bat.
You got that down there. Humana, another one. This one's interesting. Where do you think Texas Roadhouse is headquartered?
I'll give you a hint. It's not in Texas.
It's in Louisville. So, Anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm from Texas. I'm from Texas originally, and I did not know that.
Yeah.
I kind of feel betrayed.
I know.
I don't know. Lots of big companies there you may know, and they're all right here in Louisville. So that's pretty interesting. The next one is a little bit more, I guess, I don't know if you'd call it obscure. Probably doesn't affect your life as much.
Probably not, unless you really like to dance and party.
Yeah, but if you do,
90% plus of all disco balls in the world are made in Louisville.
Yeah, right here. All the disco balls, which,
Yep.
that had to be a big hit on the economy after, like the 70s and that kind of...
When disco died, they're like, man, what are we going to do
What are we
with all
going to
these?"
do, and then they got KFC and Taco Bell and UPS, I guess. I don't know. That's all here. Another cool thing here, where would you think has the biggest annual fireworks show in the country? They do it every year. You're probably thinking like New York, Los Angeles, DC. And you're probably thinking it's on either 4th of July, New Year's. Nope, you're wrong on all of that.
That's right. The largest annual fireworks display in the country is right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It is over the river, and it's called Thunder Over Louisville, and it kicks off the 2 weeks before the Kentucky Derby, which is the Kentucky Derby Festival.
Yep, so we're getting into kind of next few of these are related. The Kentucky Derby is a big thing here. It's a huge deal for Louisville. The horse culture and as you get around, you're seeing that everywhere. Okay, it's a big deal here. So it's not just the Derby though. You've got that starting 2 weeks before. Then my next point here on the list is the Kentucky Derby Festival, which is that 2 weeks leading up to it. And you got a lot of stuff going on then.
There's stuff all day, every day in the Kentucky Derby Festival. Down on Waterfront Park, they will set up fair-style eating establishments, and they call it the Chow Wagon. And you go down there, that's where business people eat lunch during the 2 weeks before Derby.
Yeah. So pretty much just shut down, right? Shut down for 2 weeks.
The city is not operating normally during those 2 weeks. Everybody's having fun. It's spring, the weather's nice, everybody's having a great time. It's a really cool place to be during those couple weeks.
Yep. And this one's a semi-related point here, the next one here. You have the oldest Mississippi-style steamboat, the Belle of Louisville, right down there.
Yep, it's one of those paddle boats, steamboats, and it's iconic. And then there is a steamboat race in the Kentucky Derby Festival every year. Typically, the Delta Queen is the one that races the Belle of Louisville. I think the Belle loses most years, just so you know.
But there's a steamboat race, that's the thing. Who would have thought in 2022 they're somewhere having steamboat races? And we're doing it here.
You can ride it, just go on a dinner cruise at night on the Belle of Louisville. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's down there. If you get here at the right time of year, come see them race. Otherwise, just go check it out.
Yep.
It's a cool thing to see. Now, outside of that, that's not the only thing. There are other music festivals here. I don't know if people think of Louisville as like the hot spot to go for music festivals, but you've got a couple other big ones throughout the year.
You've got the Forecastle Festival. That happens typically around Memorial Day, late May. That is more of up-and-coming bands with some established acts as well. I would say that when I see the lineup for it, I usually don't know many of them because I'm old. It's a lot more, it's a younger crowd because there's a lot more contemporary artists that are involved with that.
Yeah, and then you get into kind of late September, you have
Louder Than Life.
Louder Than Life. If you like music to be a little louder, then get it together.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Metallica headlined it like 2 nights recently. It's a metal festival, and it's big. It really is loud. You can hear it from miles away. It's pretty interesting. And the comments on several websites associated with Louisville around that time, not all people are excited about how loud it is.
Yeah, I can imagine. But you know what? There's a song that everybody knows.
Yes.
I think most people know. All right, and I'm gonna do my best rendition here for you. Happy birthday to you. Okay,
all right,
I'm not gonna sing the whole song, but that song, believe it or not,
written in Louisville by 2 kindergarten teachers.
So,
and if you've ever noticed, when you're at a restaurant, they sing some kind of other song other than that. It's still a licensed song. You can't just play it without some license.
Happy birthday.
Yep. Something like that. That's why it's a real
Didn't know that.
real
so
song that they have the rights to. Yeah.
right here in Louisville. So hey, there you go. Did you know that? Did you know that they wrote? I didn't know they wrote the Happy Birthday song. Did you know that? Let us know in the comments the ones you knew, or the ones that you think maybe we don't know, somebody else should know. We're gonna know. If you like this list, if you got something from it, you enjoyed it, if you want me to sing more on the channel, or if you don't, leave a like down there for that. We really appreciate it. It helps us get this content out to more people like you, and we want to get it to you. So make sure you also get down and hit the subscribe and click the bell so you'll see the videos coming out. You want to see these, especially if you are someone thinking about making a move here, so don't miss out on them. When you hit the bell, that make sure that you'll get notified when they come out. And of course, if you are that person, you're really considering it, you know you're going to be making a move here, you got to take it one step further.
You got to reach out. Don't be a stranger. We'll take your call. We'll take your email, your text.
Even if you want to sound the bugle,
yeah,
whatever it takes,
we'll get you off to the races.
Yeah, we'll get off the races, helping you with your move here to Louisville. And y'all, I'll throw in a bonus point. We like to mention this. He wrote a book, you know, and it's, if you're not ready to reach out yet, check the link down there.
Yeah, if you just want to check more stuff out, this is a 261-page real book about local real estate. This is not the general process in the country. This is Louisville local real estate from someone with experience working in it.
Yeah, we'll send that to you 100% free.
Absolutely.
Just click the link. And then when you're ready, you still got to reach out. So do that, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We do hope that you enjoyed this one, and we can't wait to see you on the next one.